Welcome to the Automated Daily, Space News Edition, the podcast created by generative AI. Today, one of the strangest ideas in space policy is also one of the biggest, putting massive AI computing infrastructure into orbit. We'll get into why that proposal is turning heads, and we'll also look at an unusually busy August sky, fresh mission updates from NASA and ESA, and a new financial chapter for SpaceX. This episode is brought to you by SurveyMonkey. Don't just know what happened, know why. SurveyMonkey can help you unlock insights by combining feedback with operational data to get vital context. Find the link in the episode notes. Let's start with that orbital infrastructure story. Space policy watchers are now discussing proposals tied to space-based AI data centers, including the eye-catching idea of placing vast amounts of computing hardware in orbit. Even before anything like that becomes reality, the concept is already pushing experts to ask harder questions about congestion, debris, power use, spectrum, and whether low Earth orbit can stay sustainable as commercial ambitions keep expanding. On the astronomy side, August 2026 is shaping up to be a remarkable month. NASA and other skywatching guides are pointing to the August 12th total solar eclipse as the headline event, with the path of totality crossing northern parts of Europe and the Arctic, while a partial eclipse will be visible from other regions. NASA is also planning science flights with a high-altitude jet and balloons to chase the moon's shadow and study the sun's corona, turning a public spectacle into a valuable solar physics campaign. That same stretch of August also brings the Perseid meteor shower under excellent viewing conditions. Because the peak around August 12th and 13th comes with a new moon, dark skies should make the meteors easier to see for anyone who can get away from city lights. Later in the month, observers can also look forward to a deep partial lunar eclipse, while early August offers smaller treats like Mercury becoming easier to spot and Comet Tempel 2 improving as a binocular target. Commercial space remains busy as well. SpaceX is lining up more Falcon 9 activity, including Starlink launches from California and a BlueBird mission from Florida, with Crew 12 also on the broader schedule as another reminder that private companies are now deeply woven into routine access to the International Space Station. At the same time, SpaceX is preparing its first earnings report as a public company, a milestone that could give investors and the public a much clearer look at how launch services, Starlink, and bigger long-term ambitions fit together financially. In Europe, ESA has a strong set of mission updates. The Hera planetary defense spacecraft has successfully received a remote software upgrade from around 140 million kilometers away, an important step as it prepares to study the Didymos and Dimorphos asteroid system after NASA's DART impact. ESA also says the FLEX and Sentinel-3C Earth observation satellites have arrived in French Guiana ahead of a planned September launch, while the agency is marking 4 years of James Webb science and testing new astronaut exercise technology aboard the ISS.
NASA's longer-range science picture is just as active. The agency is highlighting that the number of confirmed exoplanets has now reached 6,000, a reminder of how dramatically our view of other planetary systems has expanded. Looking ahead, the Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope is still on track for an August 30th launch, and it's expected to survey huge regions of the sky to study dark energy and discover enormous numbers of new exoplanets. And finally, human exploration continues to build towards its next major moment with Artemis 2. NASA and its international partners are still framing the mission as the first crewed lunar flyby since Apollo, and that makes every update around Orion, crew preparation, and ESA's contributions part of a much bigger story. The mission is not just about going around the moon again. It's about proving that deep space human exploration is moving from aspiration back into operation. Thanks to our sponsors, Stock MVP. Stock MVP helps you invest like the pros using data-driven insights. Find the link in the episode notes. That's the latest for August 2nd, 2026. From eclipse chasing science to orbital policy and the next generation of space telescopes, the pace of space news is only getting faster. Join us next time for another automated daily briefing from above the atmosphere.